My name is Jeff Wilcox. I'm the custodian at St. John's Citadel, and basically I am responsible for the entire upkeep of the building, inside and out.
Jeff is a very eager guy. He always does above and beyond. Jeff looks at his job as being part of the mission of who we are as a Salvation Army and as a church.
I love my job. It's gratifying, gives you a sense of accomplishment every time you finish something. I'm respected up there. At our church, we have an Easter cantata. It's a large production. When it's finished, everything, of course, has to get put in storage. And one of the things we have is a mobile staging. I just anchored myself and pushed, and my back went. I've had a bad back in the past, and it's always gone in a few days. This time, it didn't go. I went to my doctor and tried to go back gradually a number of times.
Jeff was extremely dedicated from day one. The job to him is not just a job, it's an integral part of who he is.
You want an excellent employee back under your roof. We would do whatever we could to make sure that Jeff would come back.
You know, Jeff had never had an injury before, and he had no idea what this meant. We all sat down, we met, we went through what exactly our role is here now, what's going to be the next step. This is how we're going to facilitate the involvement of everybody and make it a team effort.
It's all about communication. Case manager following up with the employer following up with the employee.
It would be in quite frequently just to share, sometimes to go over a doctor's appointment, to look at what we had from workplace, and other times just to see how we were doing.
So the smaller employers in the province, they typically aren't dealing with claims on a regular basis compared to a larger employer.
I don't think that Brian had a real good idea of what Replacing Now was all about. Once I first spoke with him and explained my role, he wasn't so hesitant.
It's a hard thing to be injured. It's a hard thing to have not just your work life taken away, but your personal life taken away. I tried every kind of treatment known to man. I started off with physio, then it was acupuncture, chiro, injections in my spine, but nothing worked. One of my loves, of course, is fishing, and one of my comfort zones was being in a pond in a pair of chest waders. With the pressure of the water on my spine, I was pain-free. It was late in the season, and my legs went out from under me, and I went down, and I got scared. When I came home, I called Kevin, and I said, I have to take the final option, which was surgery. Within a few weeks, I was in and lying on an operating table. That surgery was on a Friday. On the Sunday, had I chosen, I could have walked out of hospital. I felt on top of the world.
Even 2 months post-surgery, he was already talking about return to work.
We gave him very injury-specific exercises. He did job simulation, so that was some of it, where he actually had to go through and, clean our clinic. One of his jobs is just to kind of relearn some new ways of doing things.
After a 6-week period, I was able to return to work on modified duties.
Recovery to work was possible. Hillary made a lot of recommendations in terms of modifications with his lifting, his climbing.
Really want to make sure that, we progress the return to work in a safe manner. The premise is that they're building up their own tolerances while they're at work.
Maybe 6 or 8 weeks of the modified duties, I went back to work full time.
Not once did he say no or quit. Jeff was a very motivated person who had extremely close ties to his family, to his community, to his employer. The relationships that he had with everybody involved on his claim were amazing.
I was so comfortable with everybody I worked with and the whole team. I couldn't ask for anyone better.